Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. Sammy here at Sammy J Stitches, and today is December 31st, 2019. It is New Year's Eve, and I thought, what a great way to wrap up the year than to show you all my finishes. This may be slightly discombobulated, but it should be okay. I will try and give you as much information as I can about each of the whips, and yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and dive on it. I think I had a whole long spiel the first time I recorded this and it messed up. Anyway, so I didn't keep great records last year because last year was really the first year I started keeping records. So certain things I didn't think about keeping track of that I did this year. So I'm going to have better information on some than others. Okay, so the first thing I finished in 2019 was To-Do List by Lizzie Kate. This is on 28 count, I think 28 count Monaco that I dyed myself. Well, I have the information. Yeah, 28 count Monaco. I don't know. I started this for Stitch Mania 2018 on May 8th, and I finished it January 12th, 2019. I worked on it for 3 days in 2019. This is where I didn't keep good records in 2018 because I have no idea. So, there is that. I think I might have done some color changing on the flosses, but I might not have. So, I didn't write that down. So, that's number one. So I had 44 finishes in 2019. Most of those coming in December. So if you watched my vlog in December, you've seen at least half of these. But I know as I was showing them, I wasn't giving you all the information. So hopefully it's still entertaining. Okay, the second one I finished in 2019 was, and you're going to see these a lot. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh, here we go. It's Colin Cardinal. This is on 32 count Lugana in Frozen Fractals by, hand-dyed by Stephanie. So, and I worked on him a total of 4 days in 2019. I started him, let's see, in October of 2018. Because I didn't start all the Advent animals at the same time, or I didn't, because I counted them as individual starts. I feel like I'm so short. Anyway, I don't have as much information. I don't think I did a lot of work on him in 2018 though. The next one I do not have with me. It was an Etsy pattern called Don't Be a Prick. It was a cactus. I don't even have a finishing photo. And I might have a video of it earlier in the year. I didn't go back to look, but it was something a friend asked me to make for her. I worked on it rather quickly because let's see, I started it January 19th, 2019, and this list is not in any sort of order, so it'll take me a minute to find things. I worked on it for 10 days and finished it. And then I gave it to her, and I apparently never took a finishing photo. Or at least if I did, it got deleted. I don't know. So, I don't have that one for you. Okay, next I worked on Katie Kitty. There you go. She's number one of the Advent animals. And I started her December 12th, 2018. And I finished her February 13th, 2019. Again, she's on the 32 count Lugana in Frozen Fractals from Hand-Dyed by Stephanie. She took me, or I worked on her. I can tell you for sure I only worked on her a day in 2018 because all the ones I started in December were started for Flossmas, and I worked on them that day and that day alone. And then I worked on her 3 days in 2019. So these actually stitch up really fast if you can actually focus on them. I get bored with them really easily, and So, okay, next I have Live, Laugh, Love by Stony Creek. This one is just too gorgeous. I've got to get this one hanging up. It's ridiculous that this is sitting in a bag. Okay, this was a pattern, a Stony Creek booklet thing that I got from my friend Brenda. And fabric. 32 count Jobelin in Emerald Grotto by Under the Sea Fabrics. I changed out the colors. I know I did on most of it, because most of it called for like Weeks Dye Works and I didn't. I think I kept the wood is a Weeks Dye Works that I kept. Everything else I switched out to be colors that I liked, and it's just gorgeous. I love the way it came out. So, and I finished it, did I say that? No, I didn't, because I haven't scrolled over it. I finished it February 24th, 2019. And I worked on it a total of 3 days in 2019. So a lot of it was worked on in 2018. Okay, next was, I'm getting things out of order. Sheila Sheep. Right there. Again on 32 count Lugana in Frozen Fractals by Hand Dyed by Stephanie. I started her October 26th, finished February 25th, and I worked on her a total of 1 day in 2019, so most of hers was in 2018. Be Free. So this is 28 count Monaco that I dyed a denim blue. I started this for Flossmas on December 20th, 2018. And I finished it March 31st, 2019. So, and this is by Barbara Anna Designs. I believe it's a freebie. Not positive though, off the top of my head. The next one I finished was Peter Polar Bear. Again, 32 count Lugana, Frozen Fractals, Hand Dyed by Stephanie. I started him December 1st, 2019, or 2018. He was my first Flossmas start, which means I just worked on him that day. I finished him April 19th. That is not a 19th. Is it? I finished him April 2nd. Or the 2019. That's where I was going with that. And I worked on him for 5 days. So, I think I started out the year trying to do ornaments every Friday or something like that. I didn't stick with it. That happens a lot. Okay, I forgot what number we're up to. 9, I think, was Cat Stalking by Leisure Arts. This is in like this ornament with really tiny little ornaments in it, because that is tiny. And a lot of stitching for tiny. I started this December 21st for Flossmas and finished it February 12th, or April 12th. February stuck in my brain now. 3 days. Took me 3 days to do this. And that's probably not a whole lot of focus on it each day, to be honest. Okay, so the next one is Boo by, I don't know who it's by. I didn't write that part down apparently. It's from a Just Cross Stitch magazine, 2014, page 104 if you're looking for it. And I don't have this one with me because I sent it off to be fully finished, and since it's fully finished, it is sitting at home. But I do have a picture for you. It's on 28 count Monaco in orange that was dyed by me, and it's called Boo. And so what I do when I start a project record, whenever I start a project, and I try and write down as much information as I can. Sometimes I forget stuff, apparently. And then when I finish, I put a picture of the finish and move it to an album. So this is what it looked like. This is what my whole project record looked like. And then this. So you see my start date was December 14th, 2018, part of Flossmas, and I finished it April 13th, 2019. So, and I think I changed out some of the colors on it too. I'm not positive. It was a really cute piece, but I liked it. Other than having to pretty much hand stitch on it because it was so small. I don't really like doing that. So, let's see. I worked for 6 days on Boo in 2019. And remember, only one in 2018. So, total of 7 days to get it finished. Next was At Our House by Lizzie Kate. Now, I did 2 of these, so you will see it again. But different colorways on each one. One is closer to, like, the conversion from whatever fabric or whatever floss to DMC. And the other one is more drastic. Anyway. This one, and I put the fabric around it. I was going to fully finish it, and I forgot. It was supposed to be somebody's birthday present. So, this is on, hold on. Gotta flip to that page of my book, because I don't remember. 28 count Lugana in Roseland by Under the Sea Fabrics. I absolutely love this colorway, the color fabric. I started this May 4th, 2018 for Stitch Mania, and I finished it April 21st, 2019. So, in 2019, I worked on it for a total of 9 days. Probably not too many more than that in 2018, to be honest. These stitch up pretty fast. I'm putting these in the wrong pile. Alright, next is another one that I finished, and it was auctioned away at my family auction, at our family reunion auction this summer. So this is Lake Memories by Barefoot Needle Arts. And it was on 32 count Lugana in Doubloon by Picture This Plus. Started on April 25th, 2019. Finished May 17th, 2019. So I stitched on that pretty quick. And I completely changed this down here. I believe it was a duck. And I changed it to a dock with a fishing pole, because we all go fishing at the family reunion in the lake. So I really love the way that piece turned out. It's hard to see in the picture, but there's like a sun right there too. It looks better in person. Pictures don't ever do anything justice. Okay. And so in that less than a month, let me see, I worked on it for a total of 6 days. It stitches up very quickly. They have an Etsy store with lots of cute stuff in it. So they also have a floss tube, but I can't, the Current Situation, so, which I think is adorable. It's Amy in Memory. Okay, so next I finished the other At Our House. This one is for me. So I did kind of a more drastic conversion of the colors to where some are really bright and some are pretty dark. On that same fabric, which is the 28 count Lugana in Roseland by Under the Sea Fabrics. So that is that. I started this one May 4th, 2018 from Stitch Mania. No, I'm looking at the wrong one. May 28th, 2018 for Stitch Mania. And I finished it on May 28th, 2019, Stitch Mania. Because what I do is, if I start it in Stitch Mania and it's still active, I work on it that day. And apparently, that's all I needed to finish it. So that's pretty cool. Exactly 1 year. Okay, so in 2018, or 2019, I worked on it for a total of 8 days. So, not too shabby. And I worked on those simultaneously on purpose, because I knew that if I finished the one for someone else, that I wouldn't want to go back and do it for myself. But I really liked it. I really felt like it described my family, so I did them both at the same time, so I would have one too. Okay, next is Duncan Dog. I believe he's on this one. Yes. Okay. This is also 32 count Lugana in Frozen Fractals by Hand Dyed by Stephanie. I just had to buy it like a year later because I realized I wasn't going to be able to fit them all in one piece. So, that is Duncan Dog. I started him December 15th, 2018 for Flossmas. And I finished him May 31st, 2019. I started a lot of these during the Flossmas because I knew if I had them started, I was more likely to get them finished, and I needed them finished this year. So, I started to get a little concerned I wasn't going to get them finished this year, and oh man, but it was a relief when I did. Okay. All those Out of It animals are by Brooks Books. I'm not sure if I've said that. Next is Clover of Clovers by Bent Creek. This was a Flossmas start on the 24th of December. And I finished it the 6th of June. The 12th of June. June is the 6th. Anyway, let's see. Clover. Did I tell you how many days we worked on Duncan? Can't remember. Okay, let's rewind for just a second. Duncan I worked on for 5 days. Clover of Clovers I worked on for 2. So I must have been like serious about finishing him. Or I didn't write a day down. One or the other. Because, that could be a possibility. Next, during Flossmas last year, Patty at 4 Boys and an NL Girl on Etsy, she released a Flossmas ornament as a charity. So basically whatever money she got from it went to this charity. I believe it was Beagle Paws or something like that last year. Anyway, so I got the ornament and I started it on December 22nd. And I finished it June 15th of 2019. And I think I picked the gold Krynic to go in there. But she had a lot of little specialty stitches. This one was, and quarter stitches. It was definitely an interesting one. Remember, she did release another one for 2019. I bought it, but I didn't work on it. And I even gave a couple away. So, and I don't know this fabric. I bought it at a shop and I took the tag off and have not been able to find it since. So, there's that. Flossmas. I worked on it for 2 days. 2 days. Okay. Let's see. Next was Pretty Kitty. They have a yearly series, and this one was for November. I don't really have... There we go. This is on, I want to say 30 count, Weeks Dye Works in Aztec Red. I started this May 10th of 2019 and finished it July 16th, 2019. He's super cute. And I worked on him for a total of 4 days. So those stitch up really fast. And I need to start... The other ones need to be on my list soon because I need them all. The next one is I went to the... used to be the Mirabilia Minions Retreat. This year it will be called the Stitchy Sirens Retreat. It is hosted by Leslie LaFleur of Under the Sea Fabrics here in San Antonio, Texas. I say here, it's a 5-hour drive for me, or 4-hour drive, but I'm in Texas, so. And it came with its own frame. So it is already framed and on my wall. So again, I'm going to be showing you this, and it's not the greatest picture. I was flying home from the New Jersey retreat and finished him. So there you see the wing of the airplane and him. So it's not the greatest picture. She did an adorable little Norwal, and it says Feeling Stabby on it. And I think that's actually what she named it. I just kept, I think, yeah. So, it's on 32 count blue linen that she dyed and gave it, I mean, she gave us the whole kit and caboodle. So, I started it May 19th while I was at the retreat and finished it August 5th, 2019 when I was on my way home from another retreat. And, oh, my paper. The wind blew and the paper fell. Okay. I have my windows open because my heater only works if I set it up really high. So I gotta keep the windows open to not, you know, suffocate. Let's see. When did I... No, he's gonna be on the next page, I think. Yep, 4 days. 4 days total to finish him. He's adorable. Okay. So next I finished Flag of Stars by Bent Creek. Absolutely love this. I love the way the fabric turned out. This was 28 count Monaco, coffee tea dyed by me, and baked in the oven, and that's where you get all this like bubbly look, and I just love it. I love it. So there's that. This is by Bent Creek. I started it December 11th, 2018, and finished it August 11th, 2019. When I did the Flossmas, I tried not to just start Christmas ornaments. I tried to get one for like each of the holidays throughout the year. So that's pretty cool. It didn't completely work out because some of them flubbed, but anyway. Oh, Flag of Stars. Where are you? I worked on it for a total of 9 days in 2019. Okay, next. Oh, Summer Sparkler Party by Frosted Pumpkin. Upside down. So this was another one of my July 4th Flossmas starts. This one was started the 8th of December and finished December 12th or December 2nd, 2019. So now we're getting into the Flossmas stuff. This was my first Flossmas, or finished that stitch December / Flossmas. I'm not going to say that every time, just so you know. I first finished that stitch for December of the Advent envelopes. Oh, 32 count Monaco, coffee tea dyed by me. Worked on her for 6 days in 2019. Next is I Love Fall by Frosted Pumpkin. Started it for Flossmas on Christmas Day in 2018. Finished for Flossmas December 2nd, 2019. So, and this one was a total of 11 days to finish. Part of that, I think, is that I kept not having the flosses I needed, so I would only get so much stitching done and have to put it up. It was a mess. Okay, let me take a quick drink here. Lots of talking. Next, one of my favorite. This may be my favorite finish of the year. I have 3 that are in tight competition, I think. But this one for sentimental reasons. So, and I don't have it because it's fully framed, or fully finished, framed. My husband got it for Christmas, and it's hanging up in our bedroom. So, that is Owl Dad by Brooks Books. I've said this before, but in case this is one of your first videos, my husband absolutely adores owls, has since he's a kid. We have 1 son and 1 daughter, so it was pretty perfect. I found this on a freebie table at the first retreat I ever went to. That is 28 count Lugana in Sagebrush from Under the Sea Fabrics. I started this May 12th, 2018 during Stitch Mania and finished it December 4th, 2019. And immediately ironed it. I put it in a frame with pictures of my husband with my kids. And he got a little teary-eyed, as I am doing now for whatever reason. So, Owl Dad for a total of 17 days. So, we're good. And that's by Brooks Books. Next, I worked on Snowflake. This was out of a magazine. Let me see if I've got it written down. I'm pretty sure, because I did a pretty good job of listing the magazines. It's by Needle Bling Designs. It was in Just Cross Stitch February 2017 on page 35 if you're interested. And it is just a basic snowflake. And it's hard to see on camera because it's white on light blue, but I promise it's not that hard in person. Right? Let me try my blocking out the light a little bit there or there. Anyway, you see. So Let's see. All my stuff's moved. That was on like blue 28 count Monaco that I dyed. Shit. I should have put these in order. 2 days. 2 days it took me to finish that. I think there was a third day, but I only frogged on that day, so I did not count it. Okay, next is Believe in Santa by Glendon Place. And he is from the Just Cross Stitch Ornament 2017 edition, page 35. That's interesting. Remember, when you stop believing in Santas, you get underwear, which I think is adorable. This is on 28 count Monaco that I coffee tea dyed. I started it December 5th, 2018 and finished it December 5th, 2019. So, let's see. Believe in Santa. $10 days. 10 days to get him finished up. And I didn't do beads. I did French knots, which I thought came out really well, except for this one, but we don't talk about that. And I put a little bit of Kreinik in for his belt because I just thought it was too cute. So, there's that one. I love it. Okay, so this next one is also a contender for favorite of the year, but based on how well the pattern, I love the pattern, and I love the way it went with fabric. So, so this is based on design. And that is Deck the Halls from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. And this fabric does get a little see-through-y. So, just how amazing that is. And some of these darker parts that are hard to see on camera are not hard to see at all in person. So there's that. I don't have my camera that does the color balancing thing. I started this September 14th, 2019 and finished it December 5th, 2019. So I went to town on that. It was a great piece for the Stitcher games because of the blocks of color. Absolutely amazing. And in that time, I put a lot of days on this one. I think I did 23 days I worked on Deck the Halls. So, all right. And this one too is kind of a favorite, but it doesn't compare to the other two, I don't think, but it is a favorite. This is House Stark by Lolita Made. Designs on Etsy. Oh, it's upside down. It's the Stark House banner. Because I loved Game of Thrones. I love the Starks. And because Jessie Marie made me do it. This is on, I believe, 32 count chalkboard from Fiberlicious. I believe is what it is. I know it's Joblin and Fiberlicious. I think it's called chalkboard. With DMC B5200 on it. Whew. My shoulder does not like holding that up. Okay. And I'm really lost at where I'm at now. I started this February 9th, 2018, and I finished it December 6th, 2019. And a total of 17 days in 2019. I know I worked on it every day that I watched Game of Thrones finale. All done. So, I also have House Targaryen to get back to eventually. Okay, next. That wind keeps taking off with my paper. Pretty Little London by Satsuma Street. I started this in January 1st, 2019. It was my New Year, New Start because we were going to London that day. And then I finished it December 10th, 2019. This is on 32 count Joblin in Avalon by Under the Sea Fabrics. And it is one of the best fabrics I've ever seen in my entire life. Just absolutely perfect blending and different color. I love it. So, and this is because we went to London and I got to see all of the things on this. It was too cool. And it didn't rain when I was in London, so I didn't put the rain. Personalization. So, I gotta put that in a different pile because Pretty Little Paris is on the other side and not done. Okay. Next. Oh, how many days did I work on Pretty Little London? I just saw it. Where'd it go? Apparently I'm notorious for dropping things. 20 days in 2019. So that is in total what it took me to stitch that one. 20 days. Next is Luck of the Irish. This is by Front Ritter Designs. Let me see if I can get you which magazine it was in. Because I think I did okay with that. I don't see one for it. So I'm not sure. It's in a magazine. I started this one during Flossmas last year, December 23rd, and I finished it December 11th, 2019. It's on 28 count Monaco in green that I dyed. I need to hurry up because people need my attention. All right. We're on 29 of 44. So. Next is Alice's Mad Plant by Bendy Stitchy Designs. I started this one on August 4th, 2019, and I finished it December 11th, 2019. This is on 40 count Apollo linen from Under the Sea Fabrics. And I did a color conversion, so those are my colors, not hers. Just so you know. And I worked on that one for, it wasn't very many days. 6 days to finish that one. Okay, next I worked on Joy. Oh, I can't remember who the designer was for this one. It was in a magazine. I know Vic's yelling at me because she just found it in a magazine and is kitting it up, but I don't have it in front of me. So, oh, there it is. It's by Rivaris. It's in Just Cross Stitch Ornament 2018, page 19. I'm going to sneeze. Apologies. So, I 28 count Monaco, coffee tea dyed by me. Started it December 18th, 2018. Finished it December 14th, 2019. Super cute. So. Alright, next is Hattie Hedgehog. Let me see which one she's on. Just remember I have two. Alright. Her backstitch was crazy. But those eyes and those ears, oh my goodness. So, I started her December 6th, 2018, and finished her December 17th, 2019. 32 count linen and frozen fractals from hand dyed by Stephanie. Books. Alright. Next was, these are not in order. Nope, I missed one. Before Hattie Hedgehog was Miss Lowly Daggerwing by Nora Corbett. I started her May 22nd, 2018, and finished her December 15th, 2019. Beads and all. Super cute. So cute. This is a 36 count opal linen from Under the Sea Fabrics in Apollo. And I will not be doing that ever again. I learned my lesson. I need to take this needle minder off. Okay. Oh, and I worked on her for, I don't think I said on Joy either. Let's do a catch up. Let's see. Joy was a total of 9 days. Hattie was a total of 4 days. And Miss Lily Daggerwing was a total of 10. So next is The Never Ending Cycle by Hands On Design. I started this May 20th, 2019 and finished it December 18th, 2019. So Stitch Mania finished in December. It does stitch up really quickly. I have the others. They're in my to-do list someday. And was that it? I don't know. Let me see. This is 32 count Lugana from Picture This Plus in Storm. So there's that one. And Never Ending Cycle. It's a total of 7 days. Next, A Brother by Lizzie Kate. Again, this is on that fabric. I do not know what it is. I think it's an Under the Sea fabric too, and I don't know. A brother shares childhood memories and grown-up dreams. Started this May 9th, 2019. Finished it December 19th, 2019. And I worked on it for 5 days to get that finished. And this is a smaller count too. I want to say 36. Don't know. Okay, next is Pearly Pig. Okay, I'm going to run through these ones kind of quickly because they're all in the same. I finished Pearly Pig. That's the only one on that one. Because I finished all these like within a day of each other. Cashmere Camel, Pierre Penguin, and Mary Mouse. All Brooks Books. All 32 count Lugana in Frozen Fractals by Hand Over by Stephanie. And okay, so let's see. Penguin took me 9 days. Camel took me 4 days. Kangaroo took me 5 days. Mary took me 6 days. Mary Mouse. That was nice and quick. Next is Welcome To by Doreen Jones. This was in a magazine, Ultimate Christmas 2016. Trust me, that was a pain to find again when we had to. And it's called A Warm Welcome in the magazine. I've been calling it Welcome To because it says Welcome To. But it says Welcome to the Jameses. And it's amazing. And so cute. So this is on 28 count Monaco Undyed. And I started this one in 2017. This is one of my ones that held over. It was a Mania start in 2017, May 16th. And I finished it December 24th, 2019. So, early Christmas present for me. Oh, and I worked on it for 17 days. My phone is blowing up, y'all. I'm not allowed to be busy these days. Next is Foxglove by Nora Corbett. I started this October 18th, 2017. It was requested by my daughter. Finished it December 24th, 2019. And she has some beads. Like, look at that. Look at all those beads. There you go. So, and she's on 36 count opal linen from Under the Sea Fabrics in Apollo. So, oh, and I worked on her for 15 days. Did I say it? Yeah. She was one of my holdovers from 2017. I only have one more that came from that year, but it's not getting done anytime soon. So, next I finished Year of Celebrations January from Hands On Design. This is on 32 count Lugana and Brash by Picture This Plus. And I started it June 8th, 2019 for the 24 Hours of Cross Stitch Marathon and finished it on Christmas Day of 2019. So I think I only worked on it like 3 days maybe. I'm looking for it. 4 days. 4 days total. next I finished Winter Blister. This is by Glendon Place. It was in a magazine. I'm not sure which one. Pretty sure it was just a just cross stitch. Let's see if I've got it. I don't think I have it with me. I started it December 16th, 2018 for Flossmas and finished it December 27th, 2019. So, it's supposed to be pretty much completely outlined and backstitch, but I said, I like it just like this. This was, this is getting cut off. This was, one of the challenges in Semi-Sane where we had to I think we had to either stitch with our eyes closed or stitch with our opposite hand. I'm pretty sure it's stitched with our eyes closed. Yeah, because I wouldn't stitch that bad with my opposite hand. And Winter Blister got a total of... And it's Bluster, by the way. I've been saying Blister this entire time. It is Bluster, Winter Bluster. I was literally stitching it, and I'm like, why does that eye look so funny? And I realized it was a U. At literally the last minute. 7 days. I didn't write that one down. Okay, 7 days. Last, I squeezed this in at the last minute last night. So it was finished on December 30th. And I started it June 8th of 2019, and that is for 24 hours across stitch, June Wordplay. This is on, with Thy Needle and Thread. This is on, I don't know if that's 28 or 32. I think it's 32 count Monaco. Coffee Tea Dyed by Me. And for that one, I worked on it for 6 days. So those stitch up pretty fast too. That is it. That is all 44 of my finishes for 2019. In all their glory and amazement. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I hope next year is just as bountiful. I want to thank everybody for sticking with me and watching all my craziness and videos, and I don't know. Thank you so much, and I really appreciate each and every one of you that comments and lets me know, well, each and everybody that watches, but also those that comment, so that I know you're watching. And I hope y'all have an amazing 2020. I hope it is even better than 2019, whether yours was great or horrible. It's just a better new year. I will see y'all soon.